Oh, that Superbike factory video has done amazingly well. Hello, welcome back to the channel of nonsense, especially if you're new to the channel. My name's Tim. I'm a bike and car person, journalist thing. This is not my Tenere 700, but I am buying one. I'm just borrowed this from Yamaha to try it out for a bit, because this year I'm switching away from my super naked MT10 to live the adventure bike cliche. I've been sent this reel on Instagram by so many of you over the past couple of days. It's a funny thing about what reality looks like, you know, Instagram versus reality. Buying a Tenere 700 thinking you're going to be Paul Torres and then falling off it on a green lane very slowly. I felt very seen. But yeah, this is a quick vlog really, just to update you on what I'm doing with biking this year really. So thank you to everyone that has come to the channel who's new, whether that's through the used bike video I just did at Superbike Factory or the adventure bike stuff I've got lined up. And there is now quite a lot of adventure bike stuff that I've got lined up this year. So I have to plug ABR Festival. I'm speaking there at Ragley Hall this summer. I'm not sure what stage I'm going to be on, but I'm hopefully going to be reflecting on my first off-road tour to go and visit some more Second World War stuff in bits of France I've not been to on my own Tenere 700 when it arrives, my new 2025 Rally one in sky blue with the Speedblock graphics. That's coming up. So if you haven't booked tickets, you want to go to ABR Festival, use the code TRR10, Tim Roadie Rides 10, and you'll get a tenner off your weekend ticket. It's the last discount the guys down there are doing before, well, at all, until the festival. So yeah, TRR10, blah blah blah. Right, plug done. But that festival has set me on a path of like trying different things, and you've been so receptive to all of my silly plans. I'm kind of going all in on this. So I've been invited on the Trail and Adventure Motorbike podcast. Lovely guy there, Clive, reached out to me a couple of weeks ago because you guys have been recommending me to go on that podcast, so thank you. I don't normally do things like that because I hate the sound of my own voice, but I'm going to do it at some point in March to talk about my plans really. Don't want to give too much away there. So that's a great podcast. If you've not listened to it, I've been mainlining it for the past 2 weeks on all my dreary car journeys that I've been doing. They've had Adam Riemann on there, my man crush, talking about all his Moto Nomad stuff and more, and yeah, a little bit about balancing life, family life, and going around the world being a hero. And obviously ABR Festival, I'm also, I can announce, it's not a big announcement, doesn't affect you, it's just some videos I'm going to do. I'm going to be going to do the Yamaha Off-Road School in April. I'm having a kind of bespoke day there where I'm going to be doing some WR450 stuff to actually learn some off-road skills on a bike that's smaller and more manageable, and then spend the afternoon on a Tenere, maybe my Tenere. So that's all coming up. So there'll be lots of heavy breathing ASMR off-road content with me and your lug hills. Apologies for that. But that doesn't mean I'm going pure muddy this year. I'm still going to be reviewing all the new bikes I can get my hands on. Highlights for me, I've got Multistrada V2 coming, hopefully Panigale V2. Lamb Chops has done a good first ride on that in the UK, so go and watch that if you haven't. That bike is garnering a lot of interest because I think people like me wrote it off a little bit, and it turns out it's actually perfectly done and very lightweight and all the rest of it. Who knew Ducati wouldn't mess their bike up? I probably could have predicted that. But for me, at the moment, I'm on my way to a studio quite near my house in Woking, actually, near Yamaha UK, to go and film a secret but quite mundane car that I can't talk about for a couple of months. And I thought, you know what, it's rainy, it's miserable, but at least it's not cold at the moment. It's 12 degrees, so jeans are on and we're out on two wheels, and it feels so good. I sit there prevaricating for hours whether I should take the car or a bike, checking weather forecasts, and I think, sod it, do you know what? You never regret taking the bike if you're prepared with waterproofs and things. So that's what I'm doing. And also just trying to put more miles on this Tenere so it's worth less when Yamaha comes to sell it on. The Swamp Donkey. Yeah, this is the Swamp Donkey. If you've not watched that video of this having a lie down in a puddle not far from here, I'll stick a card up in the corner so you can go and watch it. I am also very grateful for all of your tips for adventure bike, I can't say it, God, adventure bike gear. So yeah, I know what helmet and boots I'm going to buy. I just need to sell the children a little bit first. The wonderful people at Furigan, who have always helped me out on the channel with kits and stuff, they're sending me their new 2025 adventure suit and some gloves, which I'm going to be testing out. If they're bad, I will tell you. They're not paying me, they're just sending me the kit to test. And I'm going to look like a proper adventureman, aka someone trapped under a motorbike on a green lane wishing he had friends to lift it off him. Yeah, I also want to get over to Salisbury Plain, I nearly said Salisbury Pane. Days of being in the TA when I was at university and being very hungry and cold on Salisbury Plain have just come back to me. Yeah, Salisbury Plain, maybe VAR1 Liz, and fall off there as well. So there's lots coming up. My trip, I think, that I'm going to do in May or June will be to bits of France I've never done. And this is the thing, that now I'm in this slightly adventure bikey mindset, it's opening up my Google Maps stalking. Hopefully you all do this as well, it's not just me. I love going on Google Maps for half an hour or whatever in the evening and just looking at places that I've never been to and thinking, ooh, let's look on Street View, let's check out these twisty roads. Oh look, there's a war memorial, what's the story there? And I'd normally discount northern France and like the middle of France, because on a super naked for 165 horsepower, I kind of just want twisties and, I don't know, nice riding tarmac roads. But now I don't have to think about that. It's opened up another world of places to me. So my plan, roughly, is to get a ferry to France, which I don't normally do, go to Le Havre, then hop on the Tet and head south on the Tet, the Trans-European Trail, and head basically to Poitiers. I've never been to Poitiers, but, and that, again, this has come about because of one of you guys on Instagram has recommended a great book about the SES 1944 in kind of central southern France and all the stuff they got up to there. And there's so much of it which is very near Le Tet. So my plan is to go and show you all this stuff, where the SES were camped out in the woods, where they were hiding from the Germans, and so on and so forth, but do it off-road, or at least get there off-road. So that is my plan, and it's a quite scenic, pretty part of the world as well. Lots of tragic stories. I've got Google Maps littered with saved places I want to go to, and I'm going to check it out, take you along. That's only the first of my tours this year. I'll do another one probably in September, again hopefully off-road. Not sure where, haven't got a clue. I want to go to Norway. I'm not sure I've got the time this year, but if you've not read or you're not aware of what was it called, The Heroes of Telemark, basically the Germans were producing heavy water to build their atomic bomb. They were producing that stuff in Norway, and the British sent a group of commandos, a mixture of Norwegians and Scandinavians and English people, to go and blow it up. British people, sorry. And they did that, and then it was all very dramatic. They blew up this plant. You can still go and visit this plant where it was built. There was a power plant there. And then also in a separate operation, they sank a boat in a fjord that was carrying the completed heavy water. So it's all proper like Boys Own adventure stuff. Not Boys Own, not Ronan Keating, but Boys Own. And again, it's very near Le Tet, through Norway. So that is on my hit list as well. And again, Norway's not really a country I ever thought about going to on my MT10. Like, the speed limits are quite low and quite strictly enforced, and lots of the roads are gravelly. I don't care now. It's really been, I've had my horizons broadened in a very cliche sense of the word. Oh, it's the fortnightly, has Lotus got any electric cars left? I haven't got any cars outside. Weird. They usually have so many Electras they can't shift them. Subaru Legacy, what a machine. What was this, Subaru Central? I suppose Betancourtville was a Subaru dealer. But yeah, back to Tenere life. I'm really enjoying this. Actually, as a road bike as well as green laning. As I've said before, it's not really on the right tyres for green laning, this one, at this time of year. It's too muddy and sloppy, but that hasn't stopped me trying. I did give it a wash the other day, but it's still filthy. But I am just actually really enjoying having a bike that I can use on days like this, when the roads are like this, and it can just deal with it. It gives me confidence on kind of gravelly, horrible roads, my MT10 would just have me, I'd feel wasted on it. It'd feel like, oh, I'm not getting out of first gear, what am I doing? This, this is such a good bike, and this Crossplane 2 engine, it's so tractable, and that's such a horrible cliche, but genuinely, I was riding this to wash it the other day when I went to Superbike Factory. I was doing mini roundabouts quite slowly in third gear, and the engine wasn't really lugging, it was just dealing with it. It's going to make me quite a lazy rider, I think. It's got such a good spread of torque. It's a very forgiving engine. And on a drier day the other day, I actually took this on some back roads and had a bit of fun on it as well. And with these Scorpion Rally STR tyres, they're quite road focused. And it was actually a proper laugh. I was riding it harder than I should have been on these back roads. And it reminded me of the fun I used to have on my Hypermotard 950. Like, you could give it full throttle at the corners and not be terrified. And it was making a great noise. And also, it's got a quick shifter, this one, because it's the Explore model, but it hasn't got a down blipper. And I forgot the satisfaction of doing a well-timed, rev-matched downshift all by myself with my big boy panels on. So yeah, basic bike, good fun. I think that should be the theme of this. I need to go out and try more basic motorbikes. The Royal Enfields, the BSAs of this world, things that I've glossed over because they haven't really been in my wheelhouse. And I have a limited time and a limited number of bikes I can review each year. So I'm going to get some Royal Enfields on the channel, hopefully, if I can stop insulting their PR person on Instagram. I just can't help it. I'm just a big troll. And try some new basic pleasures. Anyway, this was a very waffly vlog just to say thank you for all of your support, and hello to all the new people who have joined me from the Superbike Factory video. I posted that last night and it's got to 50,000 views in 12 hours, which is faster than any video I've ever posted on YouTube. So yes, I think you like affordable bike content, so more of that to come. I might get in touch with Superbike Factory and see if I can go and review some of their stock and get a chance to ride some kind of what I'd call modern classic bikes. They're not old bikes, they're kind of 5 years old max. They're kind of nearly new, really. But there's so many interesting things there that I've not ridden that I'd like to. Like the VFR 800, like that old air oil-cooled GS as well. So yeah, broadening my horizons in every measure on the channel this year. And I've lost half a kilo already, so gym is going better. And I'm doing lots of stretches, and I'm getting more flexible, and I'm feeling better about myself in preparation for picking up a Tenere repeatedly off my tib and fib. I'm approaching the secret filming location to go and look at the new Ferrari F80. It's not that. Secret location, otherwise known as the Tannery Studios, just outside the village of Send. Thank you for watching anyway. If you've made it this far, you've got more sticking power than chewing gum in your hair, and I'll see you next time for another motorbike video, which is probably going to be more exciting than this one. Here we are. Ciao ciao, thank you for the support, goodbye. I can't believe I said ciao ciao, god, that's cringy. That's like something a 50-year-old uncle says with a big gold chain round his neck.